Hi, I'm Ella Barnard, and welcome to my website. First, I want to thank you for being here and to thank you for being you. And I hope you have a lot of fun and get a lot of value from your time here. I just published an ebook, so that might be something you're interested in. It's called Free to Be You, a practical and feminine handbook to guide you from surviving to thriving. And before I tell you a little bit about the book, I wanted to tell you why I wrote it. When I was younger, I had a pretty difficult childhood. I moved around a lot. My parents divorced. Not atypical, but one of the consequences was that I didn't know what was possible for me. I just thought that the only opportunities for me were a 9-to-5 job, working like as a teacher or a doctor, or I didn't even know what jobs were out there. I was completely ill-informed, and as a result, I ended up working, even with a college degree, as an administrative assistant for over a decade, which wasn't really very fulfilling, even though I did a good job, and it wasn't a bad job all the time, but I could tell that it wasn't using my gifts, and I wasn't very passionate about it at all. And so a couple of years ago, when I was in that job, I was just dying. My boss had just quit. It was a small company, and so instead of hiring somebody new, the owners of the company just said, "Well, let's hang on for a little bit." So I ended up doing my job and my supervisor's job because he was gone, and I was just getting more and more frustrated because it wasn't a job that I loved. Being an administrative assistant in a sales office isn't what I really wanted to be doing. And so I had a kind of an aha moment. And what happened was my mom got a dog, an adorable, adorable little puppy. So cute. And I just fell in love with this puppy the first time I saw it. And I was so happy for her that she got this dog. But then after a few months, I guess she and the dog, it wasn't working out very well. And so she was like, she knew how much I loved the dog. And so she said, "Hey, before I give this dog back to the people I got him from, do you want to keep the dog?" And I was like, yes. And unfortunately, though, I lived in an apartment where no dogs were allowed. And so I started scheming. I was like, oh man, how can I get this dog? Like, what am I going to do? And I was thinking of moving across town to find a new apartment, but the cross town in the Bay Area is, it can take your commute can be 45 minutes to an hour just for changing going a different 5 miles further. And so I was going to have to get a new job, a new apartment, be far away from my friends, all for this little dog. And after about a week of kind of scheming and looking up different ads on Craigslist, I realized, I had this realization, like, that if I would transform my entire life, like change my job, change my work, change my apartment, live far away from my friends, if I would do all that for this little dog, I should be able to do that for myself. And so that was a realization. I called my mom and I said, "Sorry, Mom, you know what? Even though I love that little dog, I need to actually do that for myself." And so in the following weeks, I was so frustrated at my job, working a ton and not making any more money, and trying to figure out how can I do something that I love. And I was applying to new jobs, and I wasn't excited about any of them. I didn't want any of the new jobs that I was applying to. I was like, I'm applying to this job just to get out of my old job, which I've learned is never works. So I ended up one night when I was just like, how can I get away? How can I try and start a new business and not be working at this job? How can I have more than just a couple weeks vacation? How can I make this work? And it was like angels were like, poof, and they put an idea right into my head, and they said, quit your job, sublet your apartment for the summer, go live at your dad's empty farmhouse in Idaho, and then come and be gone for 3 months. It would be a way for me to get 3 months off, to have the whole summer in Idaho and keep my apartment in California and be able to come back and go back to my life. So the next day I posted an ad on Craigslist to see if it was viable, and a bunch of people responded and said, yes, we'd love to sublet your apartment. Then I scheduled an appointment for an agency to see if I would be able to get a job back when I came back in 3 months. And they were like, yeah, no problem. I called my dad. And he was like, yeah, stay at the farmhouse. So everything worked out where I was able to, I packed up most of my, all the things that I needed. And I drove for a day from California to Idaho and ended up out at this farmhouse for the summer. Well, you would think that would mean I started a new business, but actually what happened is that I met somebody and fell in love and got married. But anyway, the point of the story is that here I am now, just a couple years later, married, happily married. We bought a house together. I'm now living in Idaho permanently. We have a dog. Here he is. Hey, Zeus. Hi. Just got back from a walk with the dog, and now I am creating the business I love, doing something that I'm passionate about, and trying to create these opportunities for other women, especially because I think women especially grow up not knowing all that's available for them and not knowing all that they're capable of, and not feeling very attractive while they're doing it. And so one of my passions is to help women know that they are worthy, let you know really that you are worthy, you are enough, and you are beautiful, and you can have and create the life of your dreams, that you have everything that you need inside of you. And even if your goal isn't to create the life of your dreams, that you have gifts to offer people, you have stuff to give people that is valuable. And that's what the book is about. The book has activities and exercises to help you to fulfill what's possible and to bring beauty and joy and love into your life and into the world. So I know this video was a little bit longer than I thought, but I just want to do a little introduction of myself and to ask you to check out the book. It's going to be free for a while, then it's going to be as cheap as I can make it for a while because I want to get as many people to read it, and then it's still going to be a good deal. And so please pick up the book, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. See you later.